Welcome to my podcast, My Journey by Lebo Keswa. Thank you so much for traveling this journey with me. Thank you so much for traveling this journey with us. It's been a very, very fruitful and very, very interesting 3 weeks. We welcome all your engagements. We welcome all your criticism. The team and I have said, and we have spoken about everything that you have been bringing to our attention. And trust me when I say we are applying our minds to everything. As you can see, we even considering changing the set, but I am not saying it's going to change. But yeah, we are just going to continue playing around with concepts until we get it right, until you are happy with this podcast, until you are happy with this journey that we are going to travel together. Thank you so much for the outpouring love from the public. You know, for all the emails, for all the WhatsApp messages, for engaging us, for each and every one of you who wants to be a part of this podcast, the touching messages that we're getting, the touching emails that we're getting, your heartbreaking stories, your stories of joy, your stories of healing. You know, we are a really, 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 really broken society. And I am glad, actually, you know, even after all the backlash that I got in starting this podcast, I am glad that I have started this journey, because through this journey, I have found myself mothers, fathers, uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters. I've even found myself children that I am traveling this journey with. And everything that I'm going through right now is very, very beautiful to watch and very, very beautiful to experience. And I would like to create a community where this podcast is not only going to take interviews and leave people hanging. I would love to introduce people to one another, to have a support structure and a support system for people who feel like they are alone. Society is rejecting them. You know, people who feel like they need a support structure. This is what this platform, people who need solutions for a whole lot of problems that they're going to come with in this podcast. This is what this podcast is all about. Today, we have in studio Thandeka Mamatu. Thank you so much, you know, for reaching out to us. Thank you so much for joining me today. Your story broke my heart. Your story broke my heart. Like, sure, the stories I'm getting are part of my healing journey. They are healing, because, you know, you even get to a point where you think, exactly what was I going through? Because people go through the most out there. You know, welcome to my journey, and thank you so much for being. And I know it took a lot for you to be here, because you have had your story for the past 12 years, almost 13 years, from 2011, and you've never wanted to share it.
Never.
And you are here right now because you said, because of me watching you going through what you're going through, this is a safe space where I felt I'm coming to share my story. Thank you for trusting me so much, Ausi. I truly appreciate it.
It's my utmost pleasure, Lebo. Yeah. I really needed to be here, because I really felt that I have tried running away and shying away from this thing. But every time that I go through an ordeal, it comes back and hits me that you haven't healed from your past trauma. You haven't healed from what people did to your innocent heart. When you gave people your whole soul, you trusted people that literally were the ones that you would phone them, like, how naganne go fonela motho o fonela motho o kanti little did I know gore ke fonela umgulugudu udot inja nje. You know, and I feel that today I really have to expand my anger, my rage.
Yeah.
I'm upset. Like, it's only now that I realize how upset that I am, because I've never had to deal with this before.
Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
I have never.
Anger is a good emotion. This is when you know. It's part of the process. It's part of the detoxing, right? And this is what people do not know. For the longest time, I did not want to be angry. For the longest time, because this is how I was brought. This is what my career was all about. I tried to compose myself. Do you know what the composure did to me? It was killing me because I was trying to keep up with public perception. I was not being honest with myself.
Same here.
Take out the anger, OC. Take
Same
it out.
here,
You
same
have
here.
yourself to live with. They are gonna talk even after this podcast. I live in Bato Tomahab. Bato return is always in Tabe Bahota Soga di Tishi Oxalayo. Oxalayo. When you wake up in the morning, you look yourself in the mirror. And you are happy and content with what you've done to heal yourself, because they will never give you healing. Healing comes from
within
you. It comes from within you. If it's anger you want to express, if you want to tell anyone, fuck, you are fucked up, tell them, because they've caused you pain, because they are fucked up. And if they are a whole you.
You know, and the funny part of it all is when such things happen, we try to protect those people. The only people, they're going to run behind your back and portray you as the bad person. Today, I live in a society, people say I am a psychopath, I'm a liar.
Let them continue.
I exchange men the way I exchange my paint. The way I change my paint, that's how I change my
I'm
man.
sure yours is new.
Brand new. Oh, yes. Okay, wow.
Yeah,
So,
I also have a new one.
you
now.
know, but we try to protect people because we tired of drama.
Yeah.
We're tired of being bad named, being called out, being asked for stuff. Runa, we're busy trying to make the best out of our lives.
Yeah.
And then you're like, let me leave this. Can't it's going to destroy you. So let me go through my story.
Yes, Thandeka, I wanted to say, we'll come to people's reactions because that's not why we're here.
Let me go through
We
my
are
story.
here to talk about your journey. Tell us what happened.
Okay. As you did introduce me further, I am Thandeka Mamatu from Carltonville. Thandeka was born in 1991, and I grew up with a very loving family. A loving family meaning my dad took good care of me. My dad loved me. I was daddy's princess, and that man had money. So anything that any man right now can present in front of me, I don't need it. Because ukena nrutileng Sun City and ruta the guest house abonta mamaka buphilo. I know Durban through my dad. So my dad used to tell me ukuthi mntanam uyanibona ukuthi ndenze njani. I did not have trigonometric mntanam, but I had brains. So don't ever allow any man to belittle you. Na noma njani na. He's a Xhosa man, a beautiful loving man. Udlomo. Umadibu so picture yemi emingqolo omsila uvele bambhensela uzondwazondwa izintshaba ezingenomenzanto. That is why I say uzondwazondwa izintshaba ezingenomenzanto means hated by nations that will never harm you. I'm also hated by nations, but they can't harm me. They can't touch me. Here's why, because I always tell my truth. And here's my truth. In 2010, my father passed away. And when he passed away, I met a man through an ex of mine. Because growing up, we don't care about exes. You beautiful, you flourishing. You are a person, you know where you want to go. And that's where I was. And I was very goal-orientated. I wanted the best for me. I never wanted a child. I never wanted marriage. I wanted money. Shortly after my father passed away, I prayed for a job. I met a man after my ex who happened to be best friends with my ex, but at that time I didn't care because I was young and naive. So the ex, acted cool about it. Okay, Thandeka moved on with my best friend. So his name Kisigni from Carltonville. We started a thing together. We'd go out. Liane, my ex Musa, we'd go out. Kinto. Then one thing led to another, we sleep together. After sleeping together, it became a habit. It became a habit to a point where I started cooking for them. Him, my ex, and a friend. And other friends, they were just added on, but the three were the most important. Ke Musa, ke Signi, ke Zenzi. Those three were close to my heart. They were dear to my heart. I know I call them, they would die for me, so I thought. No, sharp, okay. I thought it was dating. I could say name, but I thought we were dating because we used to have sex, a lot of sex, and a lot of it.
How old are you at this time?
I'm 18.
18. Okay.
2011 turning 19. So, okay, I got a job. Go BME. It's a bulk mining explosives company. And 3 months later, I'm like, hey man, I haven't seen my period. I've got problems with I haven't been on my period. Hey, okay, there's a baby. Labaka ring. Vele re fitla ko kawash as per usual every Saturday every Sunday re na le bone ra groove ba re rekla di henikene gwanwe kaosane ke a kerekeng ha ke tswa kerekeng ba tla ba emi mole ka koloi. They pick me up ke lo ba phela. That was my weekly routine ya batho ba le itiriso. So ke ngifike ke ku sick ngimtshele ngithi hey bra mina I haven't been on my period. I haven't seen my period man in 3 months. It was 2 or 3 years, but it was still fresh. I haven't seen my period. Angas maybe it's this thing yami ukuthi I skip, but angas ukuthi kwenzakala. I don't know what's happening with me. Then and I got a new job, bruh. So I'm gonna abort another thing if anything. I can ke ngwana ke la bana gana jwang. Like I ke tlo abort nna ke nana go ntutse so. What? You think I can't be a father? I'm like no, wena unwa every day yana. I'm better than you. Phela wena phuza. You know gore ke na le tšhelete ke bereka Eskom. Ai go siame. O bereka Eskom so what? Ngwana o tlo mo tlhokomela na. I just got a new job. I rock up there. Se ke jwetsa management or hey, I'm pregnant. Se ke batla di maternity leaves and whatnot. No, I can't do that to myself. So he just laughed and I walked away. I went home. Then there's a time whereby I went out with another friend of mine, Ria Carlton Vilkotropo. We met these other colored friends of ours. It's next door to a house that my father used to live in with us. But because of, unforeseen circumstances, he lost the house. Okay. But at least he built another house for us. So next door, I'm like, hey, Batong, you guys, Lidula, next door, 95 Val Street. That used to be my father's house. And then we drank. I'm sure about 12 p.m. We're drinking. Signi wa phone. Banally the friends. I'm like, yo, Rimo. Mobozini, Mama Kaleting, we're drinking, we're having a braai. I'm with BK and every one of them. Oh, really? Can we come? I'm like, no, I'm not. No, 1, 2, and 3. How once I see a second period is keep look when I will usual. Nakito stop and twiki it and stop. Okay. But silly 9 p.m. I remember it was dark. It was April. It was very dark. 2011. No, I'm lying. Not April. Because April, I was working, heading to my permanent position. February, heading to March. But I'm still new positioning. Because I remember, very... the humid was, when the humid is misty and stuff, it's still the summertime. So I know it was heading to March. I went to the loo. I'm like, I get like a toilet. Zenzi followed me. Closed the door.
Is that a guy or a woman?
Not my boyfriend, but the friend who later hurt me. Wafitla mo lo iketsa a concerned friend. Signum plela hore wena o re you're pregnant and you're going to terminate the pregnancy. And then when you terminate the pregnancy is because you think that he can't take care of your child. Do you know who Sydney is? Sydney works for Escom. I'm like, yeah, I know he works for Escom. But buphilo ba baba jwala, litlobo handle le tsamele entertainer le buphilo ba jwala. What about my child? A khulele kolona. Phela that's like umzino ezinsizwa. Akana bazali lo muntu lo. Ke bashimeni fela. He's an orphan. So what about my child? What about my future? As goal-oriented as was. Hi, kabab jwetsa. I kwala ka re kopa go tswa tu. I don't know. Thandeka wait ka re ela kopa go tswa. E le gore at that point in time, at that space, a week before, cousin ya Sydney, a girl child, called me closer. Are my friend. My cousin is planning to rape you with his friends. Carry me. Why? Are please stay away from them. Ah, naive me. Unomona lo. Unomona. Arangifunela umntana kuba vele abantu bayangijelasela. Very beautiful. Fika ikana before I had a baby. Fika ikana ke bontle. You know? Ngwanyana a re Thandeka ke a o kopa. Ka re le gore no ba bua kae? Ba re no. Na ba dutse mo ba re o mong o re batla go mo ntshetsa. Ke o hetileng. And then we just go.
Musa is the ex before Sydney.
Ex before Sydney.
So because you left,
I hurt him.
Musa, but Musa was still close to you.
You know.
And Sydney.
Yes.
But he was still bitter.
They were eating my food, these people. Every Sunday, ke ba phela. Go monate ke ba phela batho ba every Sunday. Sydney would give me his black card. Kilo swipe ke re ke quality street go ba monate.
I'm sure you just go di monate because Musa, sorry, I shouldn't be joking about this. This is
no like maruna but Lena ke nagana
so Musa couldn't get over that other thing shame with but this is not funny. Okay.
But let's laugh about
Musa.
It. Yabo so manje ke izinto ke masihamba how ke bolele mama ke umaphetho bana le di jealous batho ba Hoso umplela gore Sydney wants to rape me with his friends. Like real Sydney, a very sweet person who picks me up from your yard. Sasa kwenzakalani? Abantu ba no more. Hayi ba no more. Oh, that day ya drop as I was saying. Gore ne rile ko Val Street. They pick me up. Ke ba tlwaetse. Those are like my brothers. I thought ke batho ba leng gore la nka tlhagelwa ke ke batho ka dula ko fatshe ha ke lla they'll pick up the phone back superiors to come and help me and rescue me in whatever it is that I'm going through.
So you are leaving them to go with them to another place. You are leaving your friends that you were with at that place.
We're going to sleep now because I am intoxicated.
Sydney.
That's what we normally do.
Yeah.
It's been months we're doing this. Yeah. Almost like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
We've been doing this. Yeah. All right. We get to the house. Rihanna. Kena Heineken girl. Nekenwa Heineken.
Imagine ka 18. Hey, ali di tsana.
Ke sa phapi hle. Khona le di picture ke ka bontsha. Ke sa phapi ka yo, a di tsi di
crop top. Salary. Mugelo wa bereka.
So okay, I get there. Hey, Sydney. Mutaka ke khopetse. Like, hey, wena. Okay. We make love because I loved that guy. Guys, I loved him. I can still smell him. I can even smell the bedroom. I still remember how soft-spoken he was. His voice, like, he was amazing. He was so tall. Hang with a gap. He's very handsome. No, okay. Man, go to bed. I dozed off. Kaboma past 4 or 5. Someone picking me up from the back. I was sleeping on my time here. That's how I sleep. That's my normal sleeping position even to date. So I'm sleeping. As I'm sleeping, someone pulls me from behind. And I just allow it to happen because I know I'm sleeping with my man, right? I feel this uncomfortable entrance though, but I'm sleeping. Okay, he does his thing.
You're a bit on the numb side. You are drunk.
Yeah, and then, but it was a bit, we know when weird things happen to us, no matter how intoxicated we are, because I felt, no man, this is uncomfortable. This is not the person alone connection lane. It's another person. But I was like, okay, it's uncomfortable. This person is doing whatever he's doing. I can't even moan. I'm weak. I'm sleeping on my front side. Good smoke. Hot liquid. I'm very fast. I'm a fast thinker, but I'm thinking that why Signi atlorotela kontle? Or is it because I'm pregnant? Pregnant, because he came inside of me. He ejaculated inside of me. So why is he now ejaculating outside of me? Then I open my eye. Every movement, adrenaline rush, and I was like, yo, this is not Signi that I'm sleeping next to. This is someone else. Ke bula litlo, ke bona lenyena, ke bona yellow bone. Signi is dark. Mola I'm like, yo uzenzi, Thixo wam, my pet, everything comes racing down. Ka utlwa ke tjha ka robala ganyane ka re ka tsoga ha ba yo ba le thuano ko room ke ba file nako a bona gore a ke re ba etsa whatever exchanging ka re buruku skinny jean ne se ke no ko fashion le di Tommy Tekis ha bela di gopela di Tommy Tekis ka para vest ne ke rata go apara vest because I had a very flat tummy vest tse long sleeve ntwena skinny jean le Tommy Tekis ka ka pele ka tsamaya o robetse ko dining room. I pulled the blanket. When I pulled the blanket, he's naked, sleeping alone on the floor naked.
It hit part of me. The house.
Like this is the room. Yaruna le Signi. When you walk out, Kyo lounge, and that's it. Go meeting. I pulled it. The way relikating, Kyo munyako. I pulled it. I still remember the color of the blanket. Kituvenya na a light, a gray. Pulled it. Then I started. Unahana, how about to get only Lincoln Tanyone? Hakir, I feel like you carry bottle, Henny Kenny, Molekima Kiki speak a bit up. Yes. Let's hang. Adulayan, naked, he's frozen by fear. Frozen. I'm a very rough woman. I shame. Ngiyashaya. How ngiyashaya shame.
Okay, give us a bodyguard. We must talk after this show.
I'm
looking for a black female bodyguard.
Ngiyashaya. Like ke go betsa ke ngwanyana ke le one.
So
I no nketsa
next. No shapa zinzi no.
Hey ke mo shapa zenzi.
Zenzi yeah.
Signo ke go kamera go bathroom o ketse ka ro hlapa medo.
Yeah.
Nkare o tsogile ele ha ke a betsa utla pa ha tswa leno eme so ka BVD ke re wena njandini. You know that I might be pregnant. Uzonglalisa nabangani bakho. STIs, HIV, you don't care about me. You don't care about my health. Ke khwentseng. I remember saying ke khwentseng. Ke khwentseng o tlonketsa ntwe sona. Why no sankope ge?
So make me understand something. At this point, is it you were so drunk that Sydney was with his other friends? You only realized when Zenzi was on top of you, but there were other parties involved, or was it just him?
There were other parties involved. Thank you for saying that.
But
I had blacked out.
That you only picked up
I gained consciousness. So I get to robetse le batho ba ikae.
So how many other people were involved?
It was Umusa, some other fat guy, Uzenzi, Usigni. By fall, amadoda ngiyi-1 intombazana. So I don't know because I'm coming to that point. You raised a very important point. Hands I'm vicious now. I'm throwing everything.
You've been violated.
Musa is a cop. ka o betsa ka di face ka o raga wena ntša o le leponisa o tlo dumela gore ke etsiwe ntho e so ka re tanki ai bantsa ba nlatlhela ko ntle Thandeka eng ka kopa phone yaka ke kgathetse like kopa phone yaka kopa phone yaka
that's kissy sure
oh
human beings
a re kona no kiye
the Sydney now
ke gana o kopa go itatela yona I don't want anything from your hand ke kopa go itatela phone yaka e busetse ko tlong I want to fetch it myself ka kena ka kitchen I opened the drawer I took a very sharp knife I remember that sharp knife kele ya master chef ekan a butcher knife bra I took it out ke kopana lizinziwe meyana ko monyako bilana like wena nja itse kirikiri ene he froze nkene today lina he was not because he knows he's guilty and I don't know I'm still saying thank God Signy came at that time because Zinzi was gonna be dead because it's a kiri I get to come on swearing ne I get Signy because he's big he's a big guy anyways lokho nikwenzile kumnandi my uncle from KZN uteng I'm coming back for you guys
vibes
God, I'm coming back for you I'm coming back I am back God, I'm coming back for you guys ngiyabuya I walked hey I still remember the cold on my feet ke di thome cross sporo tlhagaikana ko Vilfordin gona le di snake o tloa mole any snake would have bit me through that grass it is a wet humid you know when it's in the morning and then the mist and everything just collects itself into the grass and everything so I'm like walking I'm like ngihlala phansi and then I remember saying Tata my dad I remember saying Tata you know and
I'm so sorry
when I walked to my home I remember I just knocked helplessly on my brother's window, my uncle's window.
I'm so sorry.
Kare malume. Shh. And then I said, "Hauna intsimbi." Yini kare. Hauna intsimbi. Ungavusa mama. Don't wake my mother up. Don't you have an iron rod? Athi. Ngiyabuya. Was on your back.
You are 18 going on 19.
Daddy's little girl. And then like a but it was a very, very hard one. He's holding it. Can't win the malum. Ginyukubezo abantu. Bangenze kanje kanjena. Kodwa ungamtshela umama yezo. Ungamtshela umama because usaqoka insilo. My mom is on a roll. Because it's gonna break her. Let's go find vengeance. Asambi. We walked there. Anger. I'm still intoxicated. So I feel very powerful. I felt a lion inside of me. I'm like, labantu laba bangas bazonya. Got there, I knock. How it? Okay, lungile. I broke each and every window in that house. This other white lady. Hey, Vatenye! Who can do this? Kara shut up, wena. I can't the police bell. Kara bell her. I can't omni. If only you knew what these people put me through, you wouldn't be calling the cops. Because yes, I need you to be calling the police because trust me, it's an gore. You can't amount to anything. I've been violated by a man that I love. At what cost? What did I do? Okay. Not ukuzongilala nabangani bakho. ngenzeni kukwenzeni I cook for you guys I'm always there for you re family sono ke gore I betrayed chomi ya lona ke ngwana a ke na taba I'm looking at the person that I love ha ke walk out le maluma ke go fitlha le ponisa mbata umbata mefika hey nkwenze njani kyalla nkosazana wangithi nkosazana kwenze ngithi usigni uzenzi nomusa bangenza into embi malume bangenza into embi because you know amazulu angithi sibiza no malume emshana bangenza into embi bakwenzeni usigni nangu uvumela ukuthi umusa alale uzenza lale nami ngitsheliwe ukhazi wakho ungitshelile ukuthi uthe vele ufuna ukungilala I thought she was lying I thought she was deceiving me because she didn't want me to be part of her family. Because I was thinking marriage. I can't wait when you're young and naive. You're thinking marriage, you're thinking everything. Yo, at you, la bafana benzi. Bayazi inkinga ingozi abenzi lokumusa iphoyisa. La bafana bapi angibazi. Nangu malume angibazi mina. Bapi. Bafana. Yes, bra. I'm sorry mbatha. Kwenzeke kanje nje. Nayazi into eniyenzile. Nayazi ukuthi uyobhadla how many years in prison? Ngalento eniyenzile. Because there's proof. You guys were not even using protection. There is proof. Nikuphi?
So at this point you had gone home.
No.
You spoke to your uncle.
Oh,
he
yes.
Gave you a rod. You went back with him to Sydney's property.
Yes.
You haven't bathed.
I haven't
You
bathed.
haven't done anything. So this cop Umbata gets involved now.
When after I broke all the windows,
Yeah.
Kanti he's coming to see fellow colleague Umusa,
Yeah.
my ex.
Yeah.
Olungkhore I hurt him ka signature.
Yeah.
My first ex.
Yeah.
So wa bua gore no remo deal kral. Neyazi into eniyenzile. She says asazi besingeno yini. We don't know what got into us. We don't know what happened. We're sorry. Nan. Oh, okay. Siyeza njengana manje. When we got there, bathi tsukukulu yini. It was a white Astra. We got there, kyalla. Argona Signa, I'm sorry, Thandeka. And at the back of my mind, I'm thinking to be vindictive. Gary, you know what? Because when so I've got proof every message, I'm gonna tell him, marry me. Since marry me, I drop all charges. But Khape Mul, I'm like, you deserve prison. And I khembata, khitsamele maluma karai. Ithi umshane yokucambalala kancane. Let her go rest so that we can speak about it as a family. God, no, don't tell my mom. Don't tell my mom. I'll handle it personally, privately. This woman has been through a lot. It will break her.
You had just lost your dad.
I just lost my
How long ago
dad.
had it been after your dad passed on?
It was a few months, maybe 6, because she was still on a roll.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got there, I slept. I remember sleeping peacefully. Kutla, hey wena, mama. Awungitshela ukuthi udlonguliwe. They just raped you ulele. Yo, kishama malumaka. Umtsheleleni. Nah, I took it. Yeah, I took it lightly, man. I took it lightly in 12 hours. Kitla deal le bona in my own way, but mama ka a vuka sambe se police station.
Well done to mama.
I remember shema kenya our pijama engwe ya gege pinki le skete modimo le tuku. She lost massive weight because she doesn't know where her next meal is going to come from. My dad was the breadwinner. He was a taxi owner.
Aish.
And here's my mom trying to figure out that it's me, my sister. Luckily, she lived alonyala earlier, but it was still us. Then with my baby brother, who was only 7. He was a baby. So we walked kibale bantse me ko parking. Mama kare linketsa so. Let's advantage ka bana monna ka hlokahetse. I remember
This is before you got to the police station.
we walking to the police station. Mama ka uyichapa sifuba ari ningenza kanje ngoba ubaba ka Thandeka ushonile. Linketsa cheka bana monna ka hlokahetse. Papa bana ba ka hlokahetse selinketsa so letsa so bana baka. We walked. Police station it's like 7 minutes walk from where I live. There was the late policeman Jake. Thatha umshini sergeant. Hayi lawyer. Wavela athi dintshatse they must learn a lesson. Ngifonela ambulance. Kama ke busy lena. Hey mama, hey ungazothathwa uthando. Sifonela ambulance. Abayifonela vele. Ifihle they take me to Carltonville Hospital. Yo Ntatole literally fought for me. Ntatole literally fought for me, and more killing thing, I feel that I failed him because he was there for me. Wayenza, he took all the steps necessary to get me help.
How did you fail him?
I failed him. Let me get to that. We went to the hospital. When we got to the hospital, Dr. Emplele that king TPL ya pap smear. They put it inside of me. Ish, and I saw by her facial expression that it is bad. Because she said, she's an Indian. She was an Indian lady, a young looking woman. She just changed. You've got tears. It's bad. I kept quiet. I looked up and I was just numb. And where else did you say this person ejaculated? I'm like, this other one on my bum. But I can see there's like scrubs of semen. She took it with a cotton swab. After she took it, you're going to go to another room. That's where you're going to get your HIV tests. And then we're going to give you pills.
At this point, were you given counseling?
It was before that. I carried they taking, yes. So after that, when I was busy taking the HIV test, the lady was now trying to counsel me. If you're HIV positive, don't worry. Kunje, life goes on and whatnot. I'm like, but I'm going to die. I can't handle it. You're back in the days, HIV. Oh, I was like, no. And tester, it was negative. I remember her word, I wish mine was as clear as yours.
Can you repeat that?
I remember when she took the test, but I wish mine was as clear as yours. Meaning, she might be positive.
Yeah, I hear you.
Bampa dipilisi khetsele tse ngata ba rudinwe di tlo clear any virus. You drink them for 3 months. I'm thinking, yo, di ngata dipilisi tsele. Then she said, if you are pregnant on day 3, you're gonna go on your period. You must know that you were pregnant. Day 2. What's a big clot. My mom was like, umntwana lo. But because ke bereka, I kena nako ya gore ke entertain this thing. Okay, re tlo ya court, a kena nako man. Sharp re tlo ya court go be monate go philege, but like a ke da go siame they did what they did, but ke tla dila le bone ha ke da. Because I didn't know how emotionally damaged I was at that time. I knew I was praying for because my mom has no one anymore. Everything. 2011 ke mang ona gola 18-year-old golang 10k ana ngwanana 10k. Oh young Nanda, I was like, hey, okay. Yabo, little did I know gore that was going to destroy my whole entire life till to date. We traveled court. Manager kare, no, you still knew gore o ka bontse le busy o a lofa wa eng. I told my mom, like, hey, Mama Mina, I think I need to drop this. Because emsebenzini sebeyalo and lo msebenzi siyawudinga. Utata kasekho. My dad is no longer there. We need to decide on what is going to happen. And, Mama, let's bear in mind, Signy has a younger brother who has to go to school. Signy is he's a breadwinner plus an orphan. He's the only one who's taking care of his brother, his younger brother. Let's drop this.
You are having remorse.
I'm having remorse. Perpetrator.
And you're forgetting about yourself.
Myself.
And that you matter.
Someone who didn't care. Matter. Someone who didn't even think twice of how good of a person I was to him. I used to clean that house. I used to do his bedding, cook, prepare meals, and then they'll eat. I go home. That's a very person that chose to deceive me in an unimaginable way ever. But
so at this point, is he talking to you? Is he sending messages
He
to
is.
people? Is he
He is.
manipulating? Is he pleading with you to drop the
He
charges?
is.
Like, what's going
he
on?
he's begging me, I'm sorry. I'm sure I get it because now Umbata is a police. He is showing them the seriousness of the case. But Mina, because I don't know anything about law, I've never been interested about that. I don't know how much of a serious accusation this was. Of a serious case it was, in a matter of fact. So, all right. Mama Kare, you know what? Unkulunkulu says, forgive and forget. Let's forgive them, only for the sake of this child. Let's drop the charges. Batswadi ba dula batla, ba tlo nkopa, kare le tlo nkopa eng? Were you there when I got violated? Were you there when the doctor said, I am torn, ke limetse? Ha ke tsebe le hore ke robetse ke batho ba ikae? Were you there? Bontate Chabalala, eng, moruti wa ka. Ke ntate wa Musa,
those
moruti
ones.
wa ka, ke moruti wa ka, ke Papa Musa, moruti wa
And then he
ka.
mentioned some
You
crazy
know,
one,
before
but
my
I
father
think it's
passed
so
away,
bad.
his last
Yeah.
words was angwafuna bazalwane uzophuma kakubikula cawe. And serious daphuma kakubikula cawe Thixo wami. Ndiphume kakubikula cawe Thixo wami andifuni xoka.
Ah, kuningi in churches.
Kuningi.
Shem. Kuningi in
So,
churches.
okay. Kare I'm dropping. Bakwata mandi magistrate. Batho ba tsebang mme wa ka. Re tseba Linda. Ngwana hao. Wait, the way na kwatile ka teng senior prosecutor arisa ka ofela ko tronko lena ka bona ke se ke le ko tronkong gwata ha ona kelello batho ba gontse hampeso. I'm like batlogeleng. Oh,
Not but awatshwaro, they just called you in the to talk to
holding
you.
cells. No, ke tshwere Robert ka ofela same night because ba kwatile hore o dropa jwang di charges.
Ah, they cannot have a stupid.
They arrested me.
Never.
They were angry like bon.
Yo.
Ke tswa ke ha ke tlo qala ho robala na ko prison ko extension 4 ko Khutsong Carltonville a kwatile ntate lore ke dumela jwang ho ntsha batho ba nkentseng hampe so mama kae mieke all right hey ha ke fetsa ba tlogela biggest regret today I'm an enemy to society. Everyone says Thandeka, stay away from her. The perpetrators today, from that day on, they were like, hey, stay away from this woman. She'll accuse you of rape. I accuse people, kanti. Please. But bad mouth.
But then tell me something. Whilst you were going
Go court.
were people supportive or not? Not like it matters.
People,
it's not about them, it's about you.
But they used to come and ask me, seriously, but what I loved about Signy's cousin, the lady that told me, I will stand with you through thick and thin. I'd rather lose a relationship with my cousin for this because they told me. We were together, they told us, they were talking gore re batla go moja kaofela wa papa o lona gana o bitir.
No, that's horrible.
Yes.
Eh?
So she and it's ke dropa ha se ke mo jwetsa but I told you Kare now will stand and I'm not longer in communication or in contact with my brother because kaosane I'll have a girl child and then ha ba ka metsa so ke tlo ba guilty ke re I let a fellow woman down.
Okay. So, Thandeka, it's not even about letting a fellow woman down. It's about letting yourself down.
I did.
Right? And I guess it's one of the biggest reasons why you are here today. Let's talk about you letting yourself down, the trauma, the post-trauma that letting yourself down has cost you. And what is the way forward? What do we do for you? What do you want for yourself? What help can we offer you? How do we change your life? What value can we add in your life? Where to from here?
Okay. So how I let myself down was believing that love is stronger than anything. Love is greater than anything. I let myself down with that. I let myself down by feeling sorry for someone that violated me, of which they should have served justice, because now I'm serving injustice by how people started bad-mouthing me. People started calling me names. Today, I don't even have a father of my child, because when I fell pregnant to the person I gave birth, to the person that I gave a child to, they went and ran and told him that you can't be the father of her son. She's a bitch. She changes men as she changes her underwears. Muto will lie to you and say she was raped. Go follow back her records and whatnot. My baby daddy is a medical doctor, but till today, he just supports my son. 2K, arana chelet. My son doesn't know he's dead because of people by Carltonville bad-mouthing me. But by Carltonville bad-mouthing me, even the friends that I had, they literally took sides because they could offer chelete, money, drinks.
But to my Carltonville.
And after this, after this podcast, I'm reaching out to you. Where to fuck off. I'm going to tell them where to fuck off, because I lived a horrible life. Even till to date, on my recent relationship, they went to tell my man, luckily enough, strong. Give me a man who's very strong and powerful, who will say when he hears any negativity about me or my name, he will say, I don't care who she was before me, but the only thing that matters is who she becomes while with me.
But do you also understand now that you could be bringing this man problems by virtue of being a part of his life, because you haven't healed your past trauma?
I am, and I'm traumatizing him. I am traumatizing
the very big
person
problem in relationships.
Because I can't stand it.
It's a red flag, and people ignore it.
No.
Okay, how do we help you to deal with the past trauma?
I need to deal with it as psychology, because every time something bad happens, because I'm now attracting bad men, I'm now attracting negativity, and every time that happens or something negative happens to me, it's that thing. Why do I always refer back to that and not refer back to my father's death, or me fighting with somebody else, or me doing 1, 2, 3? Refer back to my rape. I was afraid to even call it rape. I ran away from it. I shied away from it. Rape for the longest time. But until I remember I saw your podcast, and I'm like, let me reach out to this woman. I need to speak about this.
Thank you for reaching out.
I need to clarify this. Not to clarify my name, but so that I can have peace and that I can know that I have a problem.
You don't owe anyone an explanation. You have yourself to live with. People never stop talking. They do nothing for you. All they do is talk, make noise. Some of them get to an extent where they even pretend or start behaving, especially on social media, like they know you better than you fucking know yourself. So
and
never allow such things to give you sleepless nights, as long as you can live with yourself.
But in we are very good people. We are very good people, and people will never tell you the good that we did or the good that anyone did. But they will put their perceptions and they will just magnet forgetting where Lebo comes from with you, forgetting how Lebo saw you, how Lebo took you from nothing to something. But now when Lebo retaliates, now Lebo's a bad person. That's wrong.
My attitude is they can go to the nearest hell and bed. I owe them nothing. I owe no one nothing.
That is why moving forward, ke tsamaya di-court case ne le re nna psychopath kopa o ya ko Carltonville ke psycho.
No, it's okay.
Ke psycho.
It doesn't matter.
Ke psycho.
You've got yourself.
Ke na le bad record ya bo psycho.
All in the name of
all in
ours
the name
raped.
ya gore I dropped charges for batho.
Okay, Sydney, Zihle and Musa. Bagay.
Musa is a cop, detective. Zenzi ubila tlatlo apologize ko mamaka. He's got his own thing going on ko Pretoria, but oh yeah, because instigator, you will never see a baby in your life. Apparently, I don't know now, he never had a child. Apparently, because when I cursed him, I remember I was crying, I was red in the face, and I said, how can you do this? God, if this child dies because of you, he will never have the opportunity to be called dad ever in your life. You will never.
Yeah. Okay, Thandeka, thank you so much for your time. I'm terribly sorry about your ordeal. Everything that you've gone through, it's very, very hurtful. I've had to hold back tears because I'm also going through this journey. Some people have been complaining about my interviewing skills, so I'm trying to compose myself. I'm trying to do right by them. Although I'm human, I'm going to allow myself to go through all the emotions. But yeah, I've just been holding back tears. And thank you so much for entrusting me with your journey. Thank you so much for being vulnerable with me. I will put you in touch. We're trying to partner now with organizations, but right now we're still in negotiations and discussions with them. But I've got individual psychologists and psychiatrists that I've got very good connection with, that who are willing to help people who are coming on this platform, maybe with 4 to 5 sessions, and then you guys will discuss what the way forward is. So I will put you in touch. The content producer, hello. We'll exchange details with you when you leave now.
Before anything and after everything, now I'm a mother. So I need to do this for my son. I need to heal for that boy. I need to do it for him so that he can have a sane mother. Because now, when all of this comes, I shut out. And then I can't give my baby love.
Sure, I'll see. Your story has really, really been truly heartbreaking. But thank you so much for coming to this platform. Thank you for coming to this podcast. Thank you for speaking out for the first time. Thank you for saying, I am taking a stance. I am standing up for myself. I am standing up for my child. I am standing up for my mental health. I am going to fight everything and everyone around me who's called me crazy. I am going to do this for myself. I truly appreciate you having been here to go through your journey and trusting me to hold your hand, and trusting this whole team to find resources to hold your hand, to heal in your journey. Thank you so much. Just know that we are going to travel this way with you, and we are going to hold your hand.
I thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much to the podcast, and thank you for listening to my story, because when I reached to you, I never thought that you would ever take me seriously, or you would take so much attention to me. What you did to me,
we take everyone seriously here, as long as you do not come to
You're
bullshit
amazing.
and lie. No bullshitters, no liars.
No
they
liars.
lie!
Yo! I am in disbelief.
No more lies. Okay,
Thank
guys.
you.